going on, YouTube? Back again. Video this week is going to be pretty simple. Going to be about recovery, from carpal and cubital tunnel surgery. So I am a month and a day post-op right now. Had to go back to work yesterday, which I would say boo, but I was really bored sitting around at home. It's one thing to sit at home when you can do stuff. It's another thing to sit at home when you can't really, do any yard work or go to the range every day or anything like that. So this is competition shooting focus, so I'm going to focus on that. But in general, so Monday I went in for my 4-week follow-up with the occupational therapist. I had 2 workout appointments with the tech in the OT department. The first one, we just did some range of motion stuff. That's what they're really focused on the first couple of weeks, is just getting your range of motion back. Rolled my hand back and forth on a basketball, making sure I bent forward, a little bit of forward, not much. They eventually gave me this more, I don't know, fancy thing that just I use a good roll around the wrist and do stuff like that. Really just working range of motion and light strength. When I went in to see the actual occupational therapist who was in the first post-op meeting, she was really just doing measurements of how far I could bend this way and that way in both the hand and the arm. In the second tech visit, totally out of order right now, off my game. She really just she put it in a warm towel, and then she just did scar tissue massage. She didn't tell me I was supposed to start doing it myself, which I am supposed to do that twice a day. I'm not gonna do that today. It's getting pretty sore. I've been doing it for 2 days. It's getting pretty sore. But scar tissue. So we look at the wrist again. This was laparoscopic, so you can tell there's a scar there, but they did a really good job of hiding it in the crease. This bump right here is actually a knot from the disintegrating stitches that has not disintegrated, and it kind of looks like a zit sometimes, but it's not. And if I poke that, I can kind of feel the stitch in there, so that's not very fun. And I have hung that up like on a piece of metal. That was also not very fun. But in general, that's all held up. The elbow is where the interesting stuff is. So the last couple days, still pretty numb in here, but starting to get some feeling back on this side of the scar. This side has had feeling the whole time. This scar has a lot more scar tissue building up inside it. Virtually every time I massage it, we'll get crunchy stuff. And as you can see, I can bend it all the way. I can't straighten it out all the way. I'm pretty stupid flexible in the elbows, but I was 3 degrees past neutral. So I guess that's 183 degrees. This one probably goes to like 190 or so. So almost there in the elbow. The biggest thing I have noticed in the arms is muscle atrophy. So I have little measuring things to go around me to tell me how fat I am. But you can really just look at the arms and tell. Let me get them up here in the light. This one's got muscle to it. This one does not. It actually, you want to straighten it out, it goes inside the elbow. The circumference on this arm is inch and a half smaller than the other arm. Yes, I'm right-handed, but it's still significant muscle atrophy. I've lost about 1 inch of circumference on it in the last month. Still have 2 more weeks till I can start strengthening it, which is driving me crazy. Not supposed to pick up anything more than 5 pounds of that arm. I break that almost every day. I don't think I've gone much more over 10 pounds though. I picked up a gallon of sweet tea the other day. That's probably like 8 pounds. But I haven't picked up a bag of dog food or anything like that. And I have started dry firing again, which is probably the big thing to talk about. So pistol dry fire. I am dry firing with the heaviest gun I have, which I think is good. And I have the dummy mags with weights in there I'll put in here. But I'm still doing strong hand only. Most of what I'm doing is just strong hand only. Coming out of the holster to a point, and then transitions from point to point, which is what I really need to work on for USPSA classifier skills. By the way, got the survey for the new classifier, and they had another one in there that was stupid, stand and deliver, weekend, strong hand, reload stuff. I told them bad idea. I do about 10, 15 press outs every time. Like that doesn't hurt, but as I do it over and over and over again, it starts to get tight down in here, and that is where the pain is. The pain is really over here. This muscle stays sore most of the time. I can kind of massage it out like that most days. And if I move wrong or try to pick something too heavy, I definitely feel it down there. My next match I am signed up for right now is the USPSA shotgun qualifier up at Clinton House. 31 May, 1 June, still open spots, I think. So I've pulled the Dissident back out, and I have started working, just getting it up to shoulder, getting it up to shoulder, getting it back on. What I haven't done with this is started working any reloads yet. I think I am going to take some mags out to the garage tonight and just put in some slow reloads and see how that feels. I have been doing a few reloads with that pistol, putting them in there. That I have to be careful with, because if you miss that reload and you instinctually jam it in there with the palm of your hand, you're gonna. I feel that, but I'm only doing 10 or so. Really, just not working. Not working speed. I haven't even taken the timer back out the garage yet. I'm really just working the basics. So that's where I am as far as personal fitness. I got cleared to run this week, so I've run 2 days this week, which is sad for me for times. And then I'm doing essentially legs 3 times a week, which is driving me crazy. I can't pick up a bar to deadlift, can't pick up a dumbbell, can't push anything. So doing a lot of legs, a lot of squats, a lot of lunges, a lot of single leg bridges. And tomorrow morning I'm going to try out an agility thing. I'm in my mid 40s. I realize that's probably the biggest thing I need to work on in the game, is moving faster between positions and staying low. So I downloaded some agility stuff at work today, and I'm going to start working on that, and we'll see how that goes. What did slow me down from running, so with the cubital tunnel, the elbow. So what they do is they cut this muscle here and they fold it back, and they take your nerve from here and they put it up here and they sew it back underneath that muscle. So when I would try to run a couple of steps, I could feel that muscle flapping. So maybe I probably shouldn't run. They did give me some sleeves this week, and I bought some off Amazon. Like, you can get like the elbow padded basketball, football sleeves. The occupational therapist actually told me to wear some of those to help with. She thinks it's still swollen. I got some weird pain in the back of the elbow, which makes no sense to anybody. I think it's from the tourniquet, but we'll see when the doc gets back. So, I've been in compression sleeve during the day when I'm at work. The scar is super sensitive. I have to wear long sleeves. I'm still in the Army, so I have to wear long sleeves. So, AC or OCP jacket rubbing on that all day is not the most fun. So I wear a sleeve over it, and it is what it is. So that's where I'm at 1 month after carpal tunnel surgery. I had originally planned to have the right arm done in August and try to shoot Memorial, which, by the way, their stuff was 75% off. So I bought a new shirt, bought a bunch of new shirts. But after having this one done, there's no way I should shoot a major 2 months after surgery. So I'm going to push that back all the way to like December. Signed up for Joe Farewell's 3-day class. Super excited about that. Current plan is to try to time it so that I go to that class, drive back up here to Georgia Sunday night or Monday morning, and then have surgery that week. We'll see how that goes. Something's going to try to throw it off whack. But that's the goal, and then I will essentially roll from there right into permissive TDY and terminal leave from the Army, whatever that looks like. So I may do an episode on that and how much stress it's caused me trying to figure life out. But it is what it is. That's 1 month post-op carpal tunnel, cubital tunnel. 3.5 weeks out from my next match I'm signed up for. 10 days out from a local USPSA. Not going to do that. Just don't think the wrist can handle 200 plus rounds. I think the rest of me could probably do pretty good, but the wrist cannot handle it yet. So that's where I'm at. Most people said about 6 weeks before they were good. I think that 6 to 8 week mark is probably about right for a pistol. So I'll keep you updated as we go. Have a good one, YouTube. Bye.